think Singapore's just skyscrapers and malls? Wait till you see giant trees that glow when night falls. Super trees, cloud forest, flower dome flare. This isn't your average walk in the park, I swear. I'll show you what's free, what's worth the bay, and how to make the most of Gardens by the Bay. Alright, let me show you exactly how to get to Gardens by the Bay. There are a few ways to get there. Most people use Bayfront MRT station, which drops you off right next to the domes, but we took a slightly different route. Let me show you. We started at Gardens by the Bay MRT station, took exit 1 and follow the signs toward Bay South Garden. After a short walk, we reached the Riverside Promenade, and from there we turned left into this small access path. It's easy to miss, but it leads straight to Satay by the Bay Food Court. We then grabbed a couple of cold drinks for the walk. Definitely a good call on such a hot day. We continue next to the Lotus Pond and finally reach the Kingfisher Wetlands, which was right next to it, where you can catch a peaceful break and maybe even spot some wildlife. Soon after, we continued our journey. We were excited to finally see the Supertree, so we rushed ahead. When we spotted these massive trees, we were like, ta-da! We arrived! But nope, not quite. We had actually reached the Golden Garden at the southern end of Bay South Garden, just before the entrance to the Flower Dome. This peaceful area has a handful of smaller super trees, impressive but not the main Supertree Grove yet. There's also a stretch of shops nearby. You'll spot a McDonald's and a Starbucks right beside the Golden Garden, handy if you need a quick bike or a caffeine fix before heading on. You'll also find a few souvenir and gift stalls, and the vibe here? Calm, green, and way less crowded. So this is the trail we followed, thinking it would lead us straight to the Supertree Grove. Since we weren't using a map, we just assumed we had arrived when we saw those giant trees. From here, we could have gone to the Flower Dome and Cloud Forest, the two paid attractions next to each other. But since we only had one afternoon to spend at Gardens by the Bay and a budget to stick to, we decided to skip those. We weren't really interested in the exhibitions inside, so we followed other YouTubers' advice and chose to explore the free parts instead. Just so you know, the combined ticket price for both domes is about 35 Singapore dollars per person. And we finally made it to the Supertree Grove! Yay! This is the most iconic part of Gardens by the Bay, and honestly, it's just as magical in real life as it looks in photos. These towering vertical gardens range up to 50 meters tall, and at night they light up with music during Garden Rhapsody light show, which is completely free by the way, and we'll be covering that soon. Now, there is a paid attraction here, the Supertree Observatory, which lets you go up to the top of one of the trees for a panoramic view of the city. But since we already planned to visit Marina Bay Sands Sky Park, we felt like paying for both would be a bit of a waste. Here's the thing, you can absolutely spend a lot of money here and get the full experience, the domes, the observatory, the skywalk, or you can be strategic and save a little here and there to enjoy other fun things in Singapore. For example, just the Supertree Observatory and the two domes together would cost you around 60 Singapore dollars per person, so it's worth thinking about what matters most to you. In this area, you'll also find a dino-themed food court. We grabbed dinner there, which I actually feature in my previous video about eating in Singapore, so definitely go check that out. Here you can also see the Garden Rhapsody light show, which happens at 7:45 p.m. and 8:45 p.m. and best of all, it's completely free. But we still had a couple of hours before the first show, so we set off toward Dragonfly Lake. It's such a beautiful spot. It's very peaceful, and from there you get views of the Marina Bay Sands tower rising above the garden.
Quero uma tartaruga, quero uma tartaruga, uma tartaruga, uma tartaruga. Diz adeus, adeus.
As you can see, there's plenty of things to explore in the garden for free. You could easily spend a whole day here and not get bored.
Estás com medo do galo, meu? Bro.
And now it is time to enjoy the sunset and get ready for the show. Right in front of the dino-themed restaurant, there's a nice open lawn where you can lay down, relax, and watch the super trees light up. The Garden Rhapsody is honestly one of the most magical experiences you can have in Singapore, and it's completely free. Each show has different theme, so even if you've seen it before, it still feels fresh and emotional. Definitely one of the wow moments you won't forget.
As soon as the sun goes down, you get attacked by flies, huge flies. No one warns you about that, but I'm warning you. They will come for your legs.
And here it is. Enjoy the show.
Garden Rhapsody. Watch the super trees come to life as we unveil a dazzling showcase of lights and musical treats.
After the show, we headed straight toward Marina Bay to catch the second light show of the evening, Spectra. Along the way, we passed by the Flower Dome and Cloud Forest, and even the futuristic Art Science Museum. And the floating Louis Vuitton building. Eventually, we arrived at the Spectra Light and Water Show, which takes place right in front of Marina Bay Sands. Right next to the viewing area, you'll spot the iconic floating Apple Store glowing over the water. And just behind it is the massive Shops at Marina Bay Sands, the most luxurious mall in the city. It was an incredible way to end the day. The following day, we still had the Marina Bay Sands towers to explore. Inside the building, you get to enjoy a beautiful modern construction. And here's my favorite hack of the whole trip. Instead of paying around 30 Singapore dollars for the official Skyport observation deck, we booked a table at Lavo, a restaurant at the top of the building. That way, we could just sip a cocktail and enjoy the exact same view with unlimited time on the balcony, and while paying basically the same but actually getting a drink out of it. From up there, we even got to watch the Garden Rhapsody and Spectra light shows again, but this time from a whole new perspective. And that's how we explored Gardens by the Bay and Marina Bay Sands, with a few smart budget-friendly choices along the way. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our other Singapore videos, especially the food guide, for more tips and hidden gems. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure.